Scientists, welcome to More to Explore. This week we are going to be doing an experiment about oil spills. Items you will need for this experiment are a small pan halfway full of water. You'll also need a spoon, paper towels, dishwashing soap, oil, and cotton balls. The first thing I need to do is create my oil spill. So I've got my water. I just had to mention something to you because I used previous knowledge I learned from More to Explore from our experiment with the fireworks in a jar, where we put the oil and food coloring together, because I thought, oh, it would be nice if you could see the oil better, and maybe I could put food coloring in it so you could see. But we learned in our fireworks experiment that the food dye will gradually break free of the oil, and so I knew that would not be something that would work for this project. You'll also want a cup to put your oil in that you're getting out of your oil spill. I'm going to pour in my oil. Okay, and you'll see that my oil is in one big circle with some other circles inside it. So I'm going to try my spoon first and see if I can get this oil out of the water. So I'm able to get some oil out, but I'm also taking a lot of my water, but it's also just separating the oil into smaller blobs and bubbles. Okay, so that works pretty well. It's going to take a while for me to get out all this oil though. So let's try a paper towel. Oh boy. So again, I'm getting some of the oil, but then it's also turning into blobs. It's just moving it around. So I've got some of the oil. It does an okay job. Let's try my next technique, which is cotton balls. So I'm soaking up some of the oil with my cotton ball. And that's working decently well because I can see some oil on my cotton ball. So see which ones work for you. And the last one I'm going to try, and you can try other things if you have something around the house that you think might clean up your oil spill. The last thing I'm going to try is what they actually use when there are oil spills in the real world. So they call them oil dispersants, and they're kind of like soap. Okay, so I want to show you what the dish soap does to oil. So if you ever wash dishes at home, you'll know that a lot of times the dishes are greasy or oily, and it doesn't come off just with water. You have to have soap to help get rid of the grease and oils. And so in the wild, when they have animals that are coated in oil, what happens is it breaks up the oil, then the oil and water droplets can be consumed by bacteria. They're still studying the long-term impacts of using soap to clean up oil spills, but they still use this method, and similar to a spoon, they use a method like that to get the oil spills out. Which method worked best for you? And do you think it would work to clean up a huge spill with that method? So for example, if you liked using a cotton ball to clean up the oil, how would that work in real life? What would they use to clean up the oil? The answer to last week's brain teaser is Dr. Dolittle. Here is this week's position puzzle brain teaser. Be sure to watch next week for the answer. In honor of Earth Day, I've chosen a picture book called A Stone Sat Still. It shows different perspectives on how a stone can be different things to different animals. Scary Stories for Young Foxes by Christian Heidicker is told from the point of view of the foxes instead of humans. In the book, there are 7 fox kits who want to hear a scary story, so they sneak out to listen to a fox named the Storyteller. The Storyteller tells 2 stories. One is about a fox named Mia who is separated from her mother and goes on a dangerous journey to find her. The other story is about a young fox named Uli who is bullied for having a deformed leg. Uli also is separated from his family and has to fend for himself. Find out if Uli and Mia survive their adventures or if these stories are just a warning to teach foxes to be cautious.